Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review After Yang. And this is a new A24 film coming out on Showtime as well. And this is from writer, director, and editor Kogonada, who previously created the film Columbus, which was a really interesting film that takes a different approach to very simple story of two young people getting to know each other. And you have this science fiction film that does take that very low-key atmosphere that he had in his previous film Columbus and combines it with a futuristic world where we have these AI helpers. And when this family is faced with Yang, their AI helper, breaking down, they have to process the loss, the grief, the connection, and what it really means to be alive and have that kind of connection with people. And like I said, this is a very low-key kind of film in terms of pacing and atmosphere. It takes its time, and I do have to say right off the bat, there's a killer opening credits sequence with them doing like synchronized dancing. There's families competing against other families, and kind of sets up some of the supporting cast of like Clifton Collins Jr., Haley Lou Richardson, Sarita Choudray, and just all of those different characters set up. But this story focuses on these themes of artificial intelligence, of robotics, of machines, technology, and how they really fit into our lives, and is there a real connection there? And also love and your family and the bonds that you have and what it really means to be human. Colin Farrell and Jodie Turner-Smith both give pretty subdued but important and powerful performances in this film, because this is a very somber affair and these characters are going through with this loss and trying to process what it really means to, like, so what? Like, you lost Alexa or something. It's like, no, this is a different kind of connection. It's something that they might not know exactly how to process. And you have Justin H. Min, who plays Yang, who gives a really fine performance in this role as this AI, this robot, this artificial intelligence, who has become such an important piece of this family, feeling like the family and being able to connect and be there. And you have Malea Tjandrawidjaja. Definitely got that name wrong, and I apologize, but this is the young woman, the young girl in this family, and you have this young girl who's been adopted, and you understand like the family picked a specific kind of AI to help connect, and it's the at what point do we lose control of our children by having them spend so much time with somebody else helping raise them? Obviously, we leave them with technology a lot, with the television, you know, the cable is, I think, like, TV's the best babysitter, and, like, straight out of the cable guy. And you have these strong performances from these main actors, and like I mentioned, there's some really talented supporting cast as well. It is methodical to a fault in terms of, like, there's definitely points where it just feels like it's dragging a little bit, it's lacking energy, and it could really use that because it just gets engulfed in its somber tone of things and this like sadness that drapes over the film. And it's ambitious in what it's trying to convey in terms of themes and these different characters and these different perspectives. And it might not always hit, but it does a lot and makes you think, and it's compelling, and it has you sitting there trying to process this story. And it says so much about technology and artificial intelligence and where it fits into our own world and where it could be going if we don't change things and we keep becoming so reliant upon them, to the point where it's like they relied so much on this technology, they became part of the family and felt like an essential part of the family. And what do you do when you lose somebody like that in your family? And it challenges you to have those feelings of like, is this just some robot that broke down, or is this a part of their family they've lost, and you having to process those feelings with them as well, which they are trying to gain perspective on as well. And in general, I think this film is a really quality film from A24, and it's quite a gem that Showtime has coming their way. But those are my thoughts on After Yang. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.